Hello, welcome to my channel. In this edition, we want to continue with the tutorial on real number system. So under that, we will be taking application of what? Fraction. So let's start with that. If you are new, consider subscribing to the channel, like, share, and comment. Let's get to it. So Sefred withdraw some money from the bank. He gave that's half of it to his mother and 1/3 to his father. If he had 500 cedis left, how much did he take from the bank? So let's put it into perspective. First aspect of it is that we have 1/2 of it. Then we also have 1/3 of it. The same it. In this case, it is referring to the amount, and his is referring to what? His father. All right. But in this case, we are having 1/2 of simply means multiplication of the amount in question. Then he gave what? 1/3 to his what? Father. Also 1/3 of what? Of the same amount in question. So in this case, we are having part of the amount being shared in different denominators. Meaning, at first, if the money is 20 cedis, they divide it into 2. And he used what? 10 cedis to give to the mother. Then, in the sense of this, what happened? He is able to divide the money into 3 parts. Not the remainder of the money, because they said he gave and 1/3 to his father. So in this case, not 1/3 of the remainder, but 1/3 of the money. Meaning the money is divided into 3 parts. He gave one out of 3 parts to the father. Alright. After doing all those things, he still had 500 cedis left as a remainder for himself. So we are looking for the amount being taken. We can solve this question in 2 ways. One way is that we will solve it as an equation, whereby we will look out for the variable. So in this case, you know that if the amount I have taken, let's say amount, this is the amount I have. Then if I give to mother, the amount I give to mother, not fraction of it, plus the amount I've give to father, not a fraction, plus what I am left with, so give me the amount. This is what I took from the bank. I gave to some part of it to my mother, some part to my father, and I still have 500. So in the sense of this is an equation. This is an equation. So if I let the amount which is unknown to become a variable, then I can form an equation this way. So withdrawn from the bank. So if that is the case, then the amount given to the mother is going to be, he give what? 1/2 of that amount. I'm sure you get the concept. He give 1/2, half of the amount to the mother. So this is going to be either 1/2y or y over what? 2. This is the amount given to the mother, not the fraction. This is not a fraction. But the moment I know the amount as 1,000, I know it's 500. So then, amount given to the father is also going to be 1/3 of the same amount. He gave 1/3 of the same amount, which could also be 1/3y or y over what? 3. And I know this is the amount given to father, amount given to mother, the remainder of the amount is 500. So how much have I taken? So this implies that the amount I have taken, which I have labeled here as what? Y. The amount I have taken is equals to amount I give to the mother plus the amount I give to the father plus the amount left for me, which is going to be 500. I'll write that without the symbol, the unit. That's the Ghana cedis. So now this becomes an equation involving one variable, which have been separated on both sides of the equal sign. and there is also a fraction. So I'll go for LCM. In this case, the LCM of 2 and 3 will be 6. So I'll multiply through by that LCM, which is going to be 6y equals to 6 times y over 2. 6 times y over what? 3. 6 times 500. So per that calculation, 2 will go into 6 3 times. 3 will go into itself 1 and go into 6 2 times. So rewriting this becomes 6y equals to 3y, 2y, 6 5 30. Then I have what? 2 zeros. I believe we can compute this to have 6y equals to 5y. This is 3y, like 3 orange plus 2 orange. That will be 5 oranges. So that will be plus 3,000. What do I do next? I can see variable being at both sides. So group like terms, or subtract 5y from both sides. That will give you 6y minus what? 5y equals to 3,000. So if I have 6 oranges minus 5 oranges, that will give you 1 orange. That will be y is equals to 3,000. Therefore, the amount we've drawn from the bank is going to be 3,000 Ghana cedis. You see that I present my final answer with the unit. If I were to leave my answer in this way, yes, I will get all the method, but the final answer will not be awarded. So this is how we can solve it using the approach of what? An equation. We can also solve this using the fraction approach, that is using fraction in conjunction with a proportion. So first of all, I'll find out the total fraction being spent. Okay, I gave out this. Don't forget 1 over 2 of it. Total fraction in this case is always 1. So 1 over 2 of 8 of days will still be 1 over 2. 1 over 3 of the same amount will still be the same. So I'll only go for total fraction. Let me use the word spent. Fraction spent is going to be 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. That's the total fraction spent. Because I spend 1 over 2, I spend this. So I can find total of this. Using our approach of butterfly approach, we can use this by multiplication. That will give you 3. You can also use this by multiplication. That will give you 2. So what happened? There's a plus here. So 3 plus 2 will give you 5. Now we multiply the denominators. That will give us what? 6. So it means that total fraction spent is going to be equals to 5 over 6. That's the one we spent. Now we need to find, after spending this, how much fraction of the money is left. So we are going to say that fraction left is going to be the total fraction, which is 1 minus 5 over what? 6. To get the remainder of the fraction. 1 is the total. So I'm spending 5 over 6 out of total. So I know my answer is going to be 1 out of 6. I explained the concept before in the beginning, that if you are subtracting any proper fraction from 1, only look for a number that you add to your numerator to get the denominator. Or better still, subtract the numerator from your denominator. So 5 from 6 will give us what? 1. So 1 over 6. Or this is also 1 over 1. So I'll use 6 to multiply the 1 over 1 to give me 6 over 6 minus 5 over 6. They are the same denominator of 6. So I only subtract the numerator. So this amount here correspond to this fraction, correspond to this amount. So we can say that this is the fraction left. It will be equals to the amount left. So they are the same. Then this is going to be total fraction or total division of our money. So this total will also equals to the amount taken for the bank. So we can do proportion here. So if this fraction is equivalent to this, then it means that 1 as a total fraction will be equivalent to amount withdrawn, total amount withdrawn. I mean, to get a proportion. This fraction is equivalent to the amount, therefore this fraction is also equivalent to that of the amount to be shared. So I'll say that if 1/6 is equals to 500, then it is also true that 1 will be equals to, we know that if we are comparing this and this, 1 is bigger than 1/6. So if smaller portion is giving 500, then the bigger portion should give me a larger amount. So if more, less, divide, meaning 1 as in this over 1/6. If I don't like to write this way, I can say it this way as 1 divided by 1/6 is the same thing. This 1 divided by this fraction, then this result will be multiplied by 500 as we have. So we can have 1/1/6 times this, or better still, do this. This is going to be 1 times flipping the fraction to give us 6/1 times what? 500. 1 times 1 times 6 will still be 6, divided by 1 will still be 6. So this is going to be 6 times 500, and that will be 5630 with 2 zeros. So our amount is going to be 3,000 as we had from the beginning. So the two approach can easily be used. If you want to use the equation approach, go ahead. If you want to use the fraction proportion approach, go ahead and do so. I believe at this point you are smiling that yes, you are going this way or you are going the other way. Thank you so much for your patience watching till this time. If you do like it, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Bye bye.